Hey guys, Tim Avery here with Visual Testaments with another helpful tip. And I just thought I'd just ask you, what's for breakfast? Okay, what's for breakfast? What can I have for breakfast? And I just want to kind of go through some typical options that us as Americans have in our diet for breakfast. You know, sometimes, most of us, we probably don't take a whole lot of time to eat breakfast. Sometimes we just get up, have a cup of joe, and on our way we go, right? So, and that's not good. And why is breakfast important? We've all heard it said. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It is true. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And the reason that is because it just sets the tone for the whole day. If you have a lot of carbohydrates first thing in the morning, guess what? Your body's gonna want a lot of carbohydrates to sustain it throughout the day. If you have a balanced meal throughout in the very first, for breakfast, if you have a balanced meal for breakfast, then your body's gonna wanna have a balanced meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so what's for breakfast? Okay, so let's look at some of the options that we have here. Okay, so let's investigate this. Okay, so we've got blueberries, we got cereal, we got oatmeal, we got toast with jam, we've got eggs and pancakes, and so what do we have? Okay, how do we get a balanced meal in this? Okay, we got yogurt and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so I just want to help you guys make a more wiser choice, a more informed decision when it comes to making a selection for breakfast. So here we go. When it comes to fruits, if you want to have some fruit for breakfast, that's great, but don't just limit it to fruit. Okay, this is you know, if you want to have an orange, you know, make that as a part of your meal for breakfast, right? If you want some eggs, you know, for some protein, just eggs, right? Add some protein there, right? If you wanted to have a little toast with your egg, you want to make yourself a little egg sandwich, that's great. You know, put a little bit of jam on there. That's okay. I'm not saying jam is bad, but put some egg, jam, you know. I know you're gonna probably use a little bit of butter, you know, for your breakfast there. So now you've got your carb, you got your protein, and then you got a little bit of fruit. That's good. Okay, that is a good breakfast, you know, just to have a first thing in the morning. Just a nice, simple breakfast. And that's an option there, you know. And if you don't have enough time, that's most of us. We get up as late as we can to get our day started. You know, most of the time we get up at 8:45 when work starts at 9, so we don't really leave ourselves any time for breakfast. So some of us, they just need a quick fix, you know. So we love these meal replacement shakes. They're completely balanced with proteins and carbs, and they're just quick and easy to make. You just mix them up, shake them up, and then you're ready to go. You're able to walk out the door, have your breakfast as you're commuting to work. So I love these meal replacement shakes. If you want to learn more about these, comment us in the comment below in the video, and we will show you how to get your hands on something like that. I just want to caution you on a couple options when it comes to breakfast, okay? You really, like I said, you really want to watch out the amount of carbs that you're eating for breakfast. If you're just eating carbs, then that's not a good thing. You know, you don't want to overdo it on the carbs first thing in the morning without any protein at all, okay? So let's just say most of us, you know, will probably have a bowl of cereal, right? We have our cereal, we have our milk. This is all carbohydrates. I don't care how much protein the box says is in the cereal, it is still carbohydrates. You want to have as much protein in your breakfast as possible when it comes to setting the tone for the day. You want to really just have it balanced out, because if you just start the day with just carbohydrates just turn straight into sugar in your body, and you're just loaded full of sugar for the day, and then you're going to have that crash that you don't want to have probably about an hour or two later when all this sugar is absorbed in your body. Okay, so if you're going to have cereal, make sure you add some other things with that. You know, just take your pick with having some type of protein first thing in the morning. You know, if you want to add in, I don't know, some healthy turkey bacon, or if you know, I would just say just try to avoid having cereal first thing in the morning. Okay, because it's not a good option. Okay, especially if you're struggling with your weight, cereal is not going to be a good option for you. Okay, you want to have something that's balanced first thing in the morning, and you really want to limit sugar. Sugar is probably one of the highest killers in America today, is watching sugar, okay? So most people will go for oatmeal. Oatmeal is a good option, okay? Oatmeal has a little bit of protein, it has fiber, it has carbs. You know, you'll probably put a little bit of butter on that, and that's fine. Put some blueberries on there, that's fine as well too. I would still encourage you to get some type of more protein in that if you go this option. Maybe have some, like a scrambled egg to go with it. You really want to balance that out as best you can. I know that's not a program thing, like, well, I had oatmeal, I'm good. You really want to be balanced with your breakfast. It helps you just set the tone. You know, it's not about the amount that you're eating, it's that you just want to be balanced, okay, when it comes to the right amounts of food. And you really want to limit sugar, okay, which brings me to my next point. Some of you guys will go for the yogurt. And yogurt is okay in the sense of the amount that you eat, okay? And the caution I would tell you is look at the back for the amount of sugars that are in yogurt. You will be surprised. And one of the things I want you to think about is that, you know, we have these nutritional facts on the back of these bad boys, you know, and most of them will tell you what the daily value is, or the daily allowance is of things. Notice how sugar never has a daily allowance of how much you should have. Okay, there's a big conspiracy about that, but I won't get into that. But I will tell you, if you're overweight and you're trying to cut back on weight, you want to limit yourself to 10 grams of sugar. Start there. You really should only have about 6 to 7 grams of sugar a day. That's about it. But if you can manage 10 grams of sugar a day, I guarantee you're going to start, that weight's going to fly off of you because your body is so saturated with sugar that it's going to fly off of you. So if you're overweight and you're thinking that, well, maybe if I just eat a little bit of yogurt and just watch the amount of food that I'm eating, but not paying attention to the amount of sugar is in those meals, then you're really hurting yourself and, okay, then helping yourself. So this actually has 13 grams of sugar. And look how small this thing is, right? 13 grams of sugar. It has 7 grams of protein and 21 grams of carbohydrates, okay? So think about that. Is this more protein or carbohydrates, right? More carbs, more sugar. Your body doesn't need that, okay? So if you're gonna go for yogurt, you wanna get something plain, like a plain yogurt, okay? That doesn't have the minimum amount of sugar as possible, and then you add your fresh blueberries in there, okay? And again, you wanna have something in there to help you with your protein, okay? So add some protein. If you have a protein powder, you know, add 25, you know, a scoop of protein powder into your plain yogurt. That's going to be a great meal. You know, you could do the same thing with your cereal. That's a great thing. I thought about that earlier. Is you could put a scoop of protein powder in your cereal. You know, and that'll help with balancing out the amount of protein that you need in your breakfast. Okay, so that's a good idea. Helpful tip there. Okay, when you're making pancakes in the morning, I love pancakes. It's probably one of my best meals I love to have first thing in the morning, but I also make sure I have enough protein, you know. But in my pancakes, what I like to do is to put a scoop of protein in my pancake batter mix. So when I make my pancakes, there's going to be a lot more protein than there is carbs, you know, and I'm really minimizing the amount of sugar. You know, I don't put a whole lot of syrup and butter and all that stuff on my pancakes, you know. I may do that once in a while for a treat, but I don't always do that, okay? So I want to minimize the amount of sugars that I'm putting in my diet, and I want to minimize the amount of carbohydrates I put in my diet as well too. So you can put blueberries on there. Instead of using like syrup and jams and things like that, put fresh fruits on your pancakes. You know, you eat fresh. You know, you don't need the saturated and condensed sugars and things like that. Putting blueberries or just fresh strawberries or fresh sliced fruits, whatever, on top of your pancakes is going to give it the taste you want, the sweetness or the added sweetness flavoring to that pancake, and you're going to have a more successful. Sliced bananas would be great on your pancakes, you know. So minimize the sugars. Don't put syrup. Don't put jam. Put fresh fruits and vegetables. Don't put vegetables on your pancake. That would be just weird. Put fruits on your vegetables, okay? Put fruits on your pancakes. Oh my word. Put fruits on your pancake and not vegetables, and definitely not sugars and salts like that. So hopefully that helps you out. Thank you for tuning in and watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned for the next video.